What's up, everybody? Well, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to work on today. I think I might put some electronics back in the ECTO. But first off, I would like to ask for some prayers for my buddy, Mr. Eddie. He ain't been doing so well. He's the guy that's made me all these 3D printed things. Uh, he was in the hospital again the other day, but I believe he's home and he's doing okay right now. I don't know the whole story. Just asking for some prayers. He's a great guy. He could use some prayers. Uh, he's been fighting with cancer, so I hope everything's okay now. Everybody, please leave a comment, show some love for Mr. Eddie. And Eric from Eric's RC, if you are watching, I've never asked you what color you wanted your plaque. You said something about getting one made, and when Mr. Eddie gets better, he's done asked me what color you needed. So, let me know in the comments what color you want yours, Eric. For those of y'all who don't know, Eric from Eric's RC is the one that's been sending me all these awesome things. He sent me those tires amongst many of other things. I really can't even name them all right now. The smoke simulator in the truck, that came from Eric. So that's awesome. Thanks, buddy. I guess I'll probably go ahead and just put the motor and ESC in the ECTO. I haven't run that thing in forever. I actually stole the Fusion out of it to put in here, the Fusion SE. And this truck, it really needs it. It's perfect for it, so we're leaving that alone. I wasn't gonna put one back in there, the brushless system, because I want to get a Fusion Pro for my truck, because the SEs do not have enough power. I don't know if anyone's noticed that yet, and I'm not knocking the motors. They are awesome. They have great slow control. They got punch. But if you're running a 40 amp system, which is what they are, in a truck like this, when you get in the rocks and you bind up, it kicks down like if you got a low battery and you got to shut the truck off and back on. That happens quite a bit if you run it hard or get in a bind or try to run. Like if I go high gear with a trailer, it pulls it just fine. The power's there, but if I get on it some, it wants to kick it down because it's a 40 amp system. Great motors again, but only a 40 amp system. So I want to go ahead and get the Hobbywing Fusion Pro. It's 60 amp. They can handle the power more. But I've even thought about putting my Hobbywing 1080 back in it just to have 80 amps. But I don't know, because this truck here has a Hobbywing 1080, and it takes a lot for it to bog down with a Trailmaster motor and stuff, and it's brushed. But anyway, that's all pretty much besides the point. So for now, I got a Hobbywing 1080 and another Holmes Hobby motor. We'll just throw it back in there, and then I got to put some wheels on it, all that good stuff, because those are off of my hauler. And then I don't know where we're gonna go today, or which trucks we'll even drive. It's been so hot, it's hard to do anything. So anyway, prayers for Mr. Eddie, please, and we'll see what happens next. Alright, well, you can see the old ECTO, she hasn't been running a while. Whenever I took the electronics out of there, because I got the hard body, I think that's the last time I had anything running in this truck. Pretty sure. Oh, Scarlett, she's a swinger. Did y'all know that? Yeah, Black Widow's a swinger. Anyway. Moving on. I think we're going to paint this too, just so, maybe not today. I don't know. I like the green in a way. You know what I would really like to do? I don't know if it's possible. I know because it doesn't have portals. It's not. I want to put the tracks on there. I know they're Traxxas tracks, and they got to have that shock that mounts to your portal to keep them from spinning over. So that would have to be customized. But this truck would look so good with them tracks. I'm telling you now. I just think it would look awesome. I might even put them on there just for looks one day. Yeah, I like that. But my other option, this chassis is a perfect candidate for a hard body. Like, I like the short, this one I got because it's a short wheelbase. That's why I never got rid of that chassis when I got it, because I knew that body was going to go on it one day. And it's the only one that's like 11.5 or whatever they are. I'm not being technical, but about 11.5. These ones are, you know, what are they? They're the same as all the other ones, basically. So I can go with an extended cab Marty McFly truck on this chassis is what I'm thinking, because it's got the cantilever. Well, not really. It still has regular shocks. I forgot about that. So what's the point of them damn, was that just a sway bar? I thought it had cantilever shocks for a minute. I had a brain fart, but anyway. So I just think this would make a great candidate for a different body. I don't really care for the Power Wagons all that much, to be honest. So I'm rambling too much. Let me just go ahead and we'll just do this. Boom. Well, shit, that didn't even work. It was supposed to be finished when I got done saying boom. So anyway, it would have been. So now I'm in a debate on what motor to put in here, because the one that's already attached to my ESC that came out of that G-Made chassis there has a 55 turn motor. And I'm more into the 27-ish myself. I even think 35s are almost too slow. So now I'm a little kind of just torn there. Do I want to just disconnect this motor and go with the other motor, or do I want to try the 55 first? It's not that hard to do, so let's just try the 55 first. Let's do this again. Boom. So alright, we got her all back together. We got the 55 turn in there, so we do got forward. And I'll tell you what, I think this is a Savox servo. I don't know if it's brushless or what, but it's one of my best as far as response, because yeah, it does its job. So now, here's the thing. I can't leave these tires on there because I don't have lug nuts to hold them. I have these long studs that go into most other wheels by going through the rim. So I can't use them on here because they kind of go through the hole. I can't use them on these wheels because they go through the hole and they won't tighten up. I just got to order some lugs. But so in the process of figuring out which wheel I should use, we've determined we're using these old school. They look proper to what should be on something like this. I mean, just old steel wheel. So basically that's where we're at, and that's what we got. Let's throw the old Easy Boy wheels on there. I can't run it much like this because I don't even have a washer up in there. It's just tightened against the plastic. I need lug nuts, but for now we're just putting it together just to have it running. I had nothing else to do in here today, so that's what I was doing. And I wasn't even sure if they'd clear on the front without rubbing, and they seem to work just fine so far. And since they have Easy Boy already wrote on them, I'm pretty sure they're going to be, you know, really good at performing. Pretty obvious. If you're wondering about the rock lights I have on here, those are $1 from the Dollar General, I believe, or Family Dollar, or one of them stores. Make sure it ain't rubbing nothing. Oh, Lucy got to go outside. Gotta let my dog out real quick. Oh yeah, she's looking good now. But we're still gonna change some stuff in a minute. Anyway, we got her all powered up. Working good. I love that servo there. This is a Savox. I don't know if this is a brushless servo or what. I mean, the way it's moving acts like it. Y'all might can tell me. Maybe you can pause your TV or phone and flip it over and read that. No. I don't know how many kg it is, or if it's brushless or how it's rated. But I do know she works. So here's the thing. We got her all buttoned up and everything. I need to go ahead and fasten that down. It's a noisy servo though. I don't know if you hear that, but it likes to make noise. Although I kind of like the way the rims look, I already know these tires are not going to perform well. And I'm not going to be able to use these studs. It's just not going to work out, you know. That's just going to come loose. So, as much as I was thinking about using them, I dug around. I did find the two lugs. So I'll just take two off something else for now. Not a problem. And if you're wondering why we did not use the wheel extensions here, I took these off my Traxxas. That's what these are for. The problem is on the ECTO, that thing's noisy. On the ECTO here, when you put these on, the stud here that holds them in the middle there, the pin, is too fat to go through these axles. I would have to drill the axle hole to fit these, which I might can do that. I got a drill bit maybe. Now I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm gonna check into that part. If the bit I have will drill through there, I doubt they will. But anyway, that's why I didn't use them. I can't put them on there. This pin just will not go through the axle, so I can't install those. So here's what we're gonna do. We're still gonna use these two lug nuts, and we're taking the tires back off I just put on, because since I am using lug nuts, it doesn't matter anymore. And I'm not gonna use these. I thought about it, but I already had those on there for a long time actually. So we're going to the mudslingers. I got two here. We have to take the two off of the TRX6 in the front because they're mismatched now. So the reason I'm going to take them back off of there is because they're too soft a little bit, which is fine when you're using it. But my back ones here, these tires, I have to put a lot stiffer of a foam. They're just collapsing on me. You can see it now. I got a 2.2 rim with a 1.9 tire already stretched around it. So let me get a little close. Boom. And they keep getting little flat spots. I don't have enough stand to put it on, which is fine. But I'm going to go ahead and that's weird. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put the stock ones back on here for a while probably, or put me a really stiff foam in there. But I just need these ones back. So we're just take them back, put stock on there for now or something else. Yeah, that's more like it, ain't it? What do you guys think? You know, now that as I put them back on, I remember I probably did have these on this truck already, but I just don't have that great of a memory sometimes when it comes to which tires I've had on which truck, because I got so many different tires that I swap all the time. Well, not so many, I got a few, but anyway, they fit this truck perfect. They look great on this truck. I think they're the ones needed for this truck. You scared, boy? Oh, that's funny. Anywho, let's see if we can't climb up this little spot right here. You wouldn't think this is a hard spot to climb. The only way a tire will come straight up, that two tires straight up it, if you don't go at an angle, is if they are like brand spanking new with the sticky rubber still on them, no dust. If you try to come up this thing at an angle, I mean straight, you're just going to spin tires on almost every truck. Even a 2.2 will spin up against this, because it's only because the table ledge is super slippery. Ooh, did I get the, my tire went to the side. I'll show you what I'm talking about though. If I try to come straight at it, you're just going to spin. It don't matter how good your tire is. Oh, I didn't expect that even, but we're going up the wall right now. Tearing the ladder off my wall, but we made it. But anyway, that's just a super slippery spot. I polished the tables with like pledge and stuff also. That don't help, man. Well, that's the 55 turn wound out. It ain't very fast, but it works. So anyway, now I'm just bored. I'm going outside to do some mowing in the grass after I eat my dinner, and we'll try to hit the course, test out the tires. Yes, if I don't get too hot and about pass out, we'll see. So stay tuned, we're getting outside.